Hi, my peeps. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Keto under 20 carbs. Are any of you new to this program or channel here? Don't get discouraged. It is a very deep and intense food plan to get used to. But once you get used to it, you'll wonder what you did before. I'm telling you. If you are doing the under 20 carbs, the 20 carbs are usually eaten up with things like veggies. For some of us, myself included, I have non-dairy milk, like almond milk, coconut almond milk, cashew milk, all those sort of things, and 1 cup is 1 carb. So sometimes my carbs are spent that way. And I think that's how I work my little program of 20 carbs or fewer, is that I spend wisely and I know what I'm going to have that day and what I need to do. And oftentimes the fats and the protein fall into place once I get those carbs set. And so I know by looking in my fridge, I'm on a celery kick with Neuchatel organic cream cheese stuffed for lunch, so I know that that's a given. I always have an organic English cucumber to fill in around the gaps if I'm under my 20 carbs and I'm a little bit veggie deficient, and I know that the fiber in the skin, and I hope you're having that skin on the cucumber, will be good for my digestion. And so I aim for 4 ounces of a protein meat, or 2 eggs for the 4 ounces in my day. I don't count bacon necessarily as a protein, even though it comes from a piggy. I usually have that for the fat factor and the flavor factor. And so when I have 2 eggs like I'm having today that are medium boiled, a little more than soft, with some Kerrygold butter and 2 strips of bacon, then that's a flavor enhancer for me. And so moving on over to keto is going to be, it's going to seem daunting and maybe even overwhelming and terrifying at first, but you will get used to it. And if you feel that headache or nauseous or any of the keto flu type symptoms, Google keto flu and it will tell you. Have things like pink Himalayan salt in the water, and have lots of the water. And you know, if you're new to this, instead of trying elaborate sort of recipes, just getting used to eggs with a protein, or a bacon or ham with that. If you're not lactose intolerant, having some raw unpasteurized cheese with your eggs, maybe a little omelet with some organic baby spinach. That could be meal number 1, totally satisfying. Meal number 2, I would say aim for like 4 ounces of a protein, like a pork chop, or 4 ounces of a steak, or a 4-ounce burger. Aim for grass-fed, aim for organic, and then for me, it's usually either a salad and a veggie, or 2 veggies, and I seem to get a lot of bang for my buck with sautéed spinach. And I use organic toasted sesame seed oil from Spectrum with some sesame seeds when I sauté my spinach. And I do it in a wok because it starts off so full and then it melts down, as many of you are familiar with. And because it's low in carb and so high in nutrients, it's pretty much a staple in my keto food plan. I will accompany that with, sometimes I will have my organic steamed eggs from my Instant Pot, or in the case of my Mississippi roast that I had twice this past week, I cooked the carrots with the roast and the flavor's divine. And I'm on a red leaf lettuce kick at this point, and I'll add some like 2 ounces of diced celery, 2 ounces of cucumber, things like that. And I've got avocado oil, I've got macadamia nut oil, and I have extra virgin olive oil that I could put in parts or all of to equal usually 1 tablespoon. when I want to dress it up, I'll take one strip of bacon and chop that up finely so every bite has some good flavor, so it's not too bland. I just use olive oil. I don't use vinegar, and I don't use store-bought. Although Katie recommends lemon simply dressed by Mazzetti, and she says it is absolute delish. She marinates in it, and I think she might put it on salads too. So the Marzetti brands are pretty good, and other people like, it saved me when I was on Weight Watchers, and now I can't think of it. But the ingredients aren't necessarily good for you. So it could get you by until you get used to a lighter sort of fare of just balsamic vinegar with olive oil, homemade, whipped up. And but just I try to steer clear of any false or artificial ingredients, any artificial sweeteners. I would never have, but it's the artificial ingredients in things like salad dressings. I've bought them thinking that I could have them, and they're just not palatable to me. And you might find that the more real food you eat, the more anything that tastes chemically just doesn't pass the taste test. And I admit I've dumped lots and lots of food, trashed it, and yeah, the journey sometimes can have expenses like that. So that's how I usually roll. I'll have like a 2-egg kind of breakfast. Sometimes I'll have leftover steak. I'll have 4 ounces of that. And with my stuffed celery, it seems to last. Or my 4-ounce burger. I had that yesterday. I had a 4-ounce grass-fed burger with 2 strips of uncured, nitrate-free bacon and a quarter of an avocado. And you want to talk divine, it was. So I'll do things like that, and I look forward to each meal. I keep it simple. Bacon is a great additive, as is avocado to meals. They they bring on the fat. They give an elegance to a meal. Even some avocado, you don't even need a lot. I mean, I could use 1/8 of a cup of avocado in my salad along with that 1 strip of bacon, and it would make it really a delicious salad. And or even a tablespoon of nuts or seeds, either sesame seeds or pumpkin seeds or slivered almonds. I like all of those things on my salad as well. And it depends on what my macros are saying for the day. But I try to keep myself fully satiated with lots of good, healthy fats. Throw out anything: canola, safflower, soybean, vegetable oil. Even if it says organic on it, it's a yucker. It has been highly, highly processed to be a palatable vegetable oil, and it's not really a vegetable oil. And I don't know what they do to it, but they do it at high heat, and it's just toxic for our body. So my oils are avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, flaxseed oil, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, first cold pressed organic, and Calapo coconut oil. Then I like my nut butters, which I haven't had for a few weeks, so having them will be a treat again. But once I started putting the organic Neuchâtel cream cheese in my celery, I guess I kept the cashew butter and the almond butter over there, and I'm into that now. And as most of you know, I do runs of things, and then I get a little tired of them, and I'll do something else. So grab and goes: hard-boiled eggs, meat sticks like the Vermont Smoke and Cured. They have all different kinds. 1 carb per stick, delicious, made with all natural ingredients, no fillers, no CRAP, really great. You have a couple of hard-boiled eggs and one of those meat sticks, you will be good to go through your first meal to your last. And that's also one of my aims, is to make sure I have enough fat in my first meal of the day to last me to the second meal of the day, because I do not believe in snacking, nor does Jason Fung, Dr. Jason Fung, who wrote The Obesity Code. He says how he feels about snacking. No, never, not. And that's how I feel too. Give your body a chance to digest what you eat. So make sure you get enough to eat with the first meal to take you through to the second. I do have a chicken bone broth in between those two meals. And it's just one of those things I do. Sometimes I have a tea. Sometimes I have a decaf coffee. But I try to stick with the bone broth because it's so gut friendly. Hope this has helped you a little bit with some keto, just little ways that I do my keto, and maybe you do yours too. Thanks so much for watching. Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Carbs Under 20 Grams. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.